Just 3 days away from the start of the Fall Classic in 2024. A World Series is set. It's two of the most iconic and illustrious brands in all of sports and certainly baseball. It's the Dodgers and the Yankees for a World Series championship starting Friday night at the Ravine in downtown Los Angeles. So to get you set for everything you need to know, Craig Mish joins us live right here on this Tuesday on the early line. Craig, just me and you. No Donnie asking you stupid questions. No Joe Ranieri in the fold either. You excited just to have some one-on-one time?
That's what I was waiting for, in honor of the NBA coming back tonight, one-on-one, me versus you, me throwing a shot up, you blocking it. That's the way that I saw it going down.
I actually disagree with that sentiment. I feel like we're more teammates. We're running a little bit of, two-man ball, pick and roll. Maybe I throw you the hoop. Craig comes in, slams it down.
I do. And I feel like if it was Donnie playing, he'd throw us like a hoagie at me, during the game. So it's good that he's not here today. Hope he's sleeping.
I mean, that's very good stuff. All right, let's get set for this World Series and the baseball that we have on the horizon. No, it was a good bottom chum. And now we're going to touch them all, Craig, and around them all. It's time once again, our first ever rendition of a World Series edition of the Daily Bases. So the World Series is set. Let's look back on the LCSs. We start in the National League Championship Series. High-scoring affair, Craig, in all 6 games. All 6 games go to the over. All 6 games see at least 8 runs. But that favors the Dodgers with this outstanding offensive lineup that was put together to win World Series championships. What was your overall takeaway from the 6 games in the NLCS?
Yeah, look, I think, first of all, you got to give the Mets a lot of credit for getting as far as they did. My view on the Mets going into the season was they were taking a step back from where they were a season ago, handing out contracts to Verlander and Scherzer. I know that feels like a long time ago. It really wasn't that long ago that they did that, extending Nimmo. Stearns then comes in and sort of says, hey, look, we're not really sure how things are going to go this season, but credit to them. They also found Sean Manaea late in the year. And I thought they played competitive games all the way through that series until they got to the Dodgers. And then, of course, at that point, you're looking at the most prolific offense in baseball right now, and that's probably even without Freddie Freeman playing at a high level. So credit to the Mets for doing what they did. And, personally, I have no issues whatsoever with seeing LA in the World Series. I think it's going to be a fantastic theater for them to play. And, of course, playing against the Yankees.
The shortest margin, 4 runs in favor of the Mets in game number 2. And although the ALCS was a shorter duration, only 5 games, all 5 games decided by 3 runs or less, including the series and pennant clincher for New York on Saturday night in extra innings, the 3-run shot for Juan Soto. Giancarlo Stanton being the main offensive piece, bringing them back. Craig, we saw late game drama and heroics on both sides here in the ALCS. But at the end of it, the Yankees win their first American League pennant since 2009, 15 years ago, which was New York's last World Series crown as well. Were the Yankees as dominant as a 5-game ALCS might indicate, or do you think the Yankees still have better baseball to play in the World Series?
I mean, look, the Yankees could easily win the World Series. I think you probably look at them maybe with the better pitchers overall going in. But if you look back at the Cleveland series, I mean, I had this completely wrong because I thought that every game that Cleveland was going to be in the mix within a run or 2 or tied, and they had Emmanuel Clase A, I thought that was going to be a win. I think most people thought that was going to be a win. So certainly the Yankees did not dominate that series. They just got the big hits when they needed them. And you can see on that graphic there how close all those games were. So, look, anything can certainly happen in a 7-game series. But the one thing that I'd like to add about all this, by the way, is within the parameters of playing this, it's been so interesting. The last few years, people have been complaining that the top seeds with all the rest didn't get to the World Series. And now people are complaining it's the 2 highest payrolls. I mean, we just can't make anybody happy. I think the series is going to be great. I can't wait to see it. It's a nice change of pace to have the 2 dynasties, best teams. Yankees of the past, but Dodgers of maybe more of the present. It's great to see these 2 teams facing off. I can't wait to watch.
Absolutely so. From a branding perspective in baseball, from all the prestige that both of these two organizations have, it should be a great World Series. Tommy Edman, the NLCS MVP for the Dodgers, at a 100-1 price before the series started, batted .407 in the set against the Mets. And Giancarlo Stanton, 4 home runs coming up in the clutch time and again for the Yanks. So now let's spin it over to the World Series. It starts on Friday night. Dave Roberts yet to name a starter officially for the Dodgers. Garrett Cole listed as the starter for the Yankees, as you might expect. The Dodgers a favorite in Game 1. The Dodgers a slight favorite to win a World Series championship. -122, that outright price. It is time for Craig Mish's official 2024 World Series prediction. Craig, who wins and in how many games?
So what I'm going to do is something a little bit different here. I did some research before the show, Ben. A little research before the show.
That's
always
not the
do that.
Part, though.
Always do that for you guys. And looked on FanDuel and scoured and dove deep into players and tried to find my favorite ones because it's very unpredictable to think, who could win in a 7-game series. I think through the first 3 games of the series, the Yankees have the advantage. I don't care that the Dodgers are at home. I think because they have Cole and the possibility of winning one of the next 2, the Yankees leading 2-1 after 3 games in the series is plus money. So that's like a plus 130 where you can actually get a little bit of value on the Yankees there. The other one that I looked at, again, over on FanDuel, is they have a lot of different prop options for home runs. The one that I like the most is Ohtani to have 3 or more home runs in the World Series. Judge, you're getting no value there whatsoever. It's like even money. Ohtani is plus money there. I would expect him to have a big World Series. So those are my 2 favorite ones going into the Classic this week.
Craig Mish, we appreciate the time. We'll continue to break down the World Series later this week as well. We'll see you on Newswire starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Time.